everybody. Today we're going to do a quick video about how to solve malfunctions that could happen on your semi-automatic pistols. There's basically three types, and we'll walk you through step by step on how to fix them and get your gun back in order. The first malfunction we're going to go over is a failure to feed or a failure to go into battery. So if you're firing, what you're going to feel from the firer's perspective, you're going to pull the trigger, it's going to be dead. There's going to be nothing giving you any feedback. As you can see here, the slide is not currently in battery, but immediately when you feel that dead trigger, the remedy is to tap the magazine as hard as you can to make sure it's seated, and then come overhand, rack as hard as you can with the port down to let gravity aid in getting that round out of there. And then at this point, we're going to re-engage and assess. So that is the failure to feed. The next malfunction we're going to go over is a failure to extract or a failure to eject. What that's going to look like from the shooter's perspective, again, we're on target, the trigger is dead. So immediately we're just going to do the exact same thing we just did. Tap that magazine, make sure it's seated. And at this point, it's important to make sure that we're not covering the ejection port, because if you cover the ejection port, the round or the shell casing can sometimes stay in there. And trust me, when you have this malfunction and your life's depending on it, you don't want to waste time. So we're going to make sure that we grab the pistol, not grabbing the round, rack it with gravity assisting you, and then follow up and get back on target. The next one that we're going to cover is just a failure to fire. It can happen for a number of reasons. Say you forgot to put a round in the chamber, which is probably the most likely cause, but you come up on target, press the trigger, nothing. The round doesn't go off, there's no pop. It could be a bad primer that could also cause it. It doesn't matter, the remedy is the same. Tap our magazine, rack the charging handle, get back in the fight. The last type of malfunction that we're going to see here is a double feed. It's also the most rare. It can be the most difficult to clear. It really depends on what the rounds want to do. But as you can see right now, we have two rounds that are trying to go in the chamber at the same time. So our immediate response, of course, is going to be to tap, rack. As you see there, it did not work. That's not uncommon. At that point, what you want to do is drop your magazine. Sometimes, due to the tension that can be on there, the magazine will not fall out, and you'll need to physically rip it out. So it just depends on the tension of your double feed. At this point, we're going to rack, rack, rack. I felt the rounds come out and actually land on my feet. Now we're going to reinsert the magazine, rack it, and get back on target. So those are the basic types of malfunctions that you can encounter with a semi-automatic pistol. Obviously, pistol parts can break and cause malfunctions, but things like that we can't fix immediately out on the range or out in the real world. So that's how you remedy those situations. That's what they feel like from a shooter's perspective. And it's important to understand that feel, because right now we're out here in broad daylight, but if it's at night, low light, you might not be able to see what's going on with your gun. So that trigger feel is important, and then your response afterwards is critical. So with that, that's all we have for today's video. If you like this type of content, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out sdi.edu, and we look forward to seeing all of you in future videos.